Good morning, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Elisabeth Angelica with name 22240905152. Now I want to discuss with you about mobile and remote device security policy. First, introduction. It is recognized that the use of mobile device and equipment at home and other locations is commonplace, useful, and growing. It is also recognized that there are circumstances where data needs to be moved using portable media. However, there is a risk surrounding the store of data held on mobile or remote device, which may not be secure if care is not taken. The purpose of this policy is to remind staff of their responsibility, highlight possible risk, and provide links to guidance to ensure that information is kept secure from unauthorized use and protect from loss or corruption. This policy is only relevant to data which is regarded as confidential or sensitive. That is defined as data which, if lost, would result in exposure of personal data, or data which could use reputational or financial damage to bring back. All staff and responsible for safeguarding the security of college data and as such need to be aware of these policies and guidelines. The type of activity relevant for the security of data could be any or all of the following: storage of document, spreadsheet, image on mobile device or equipment, and hope, including synchronization with cloud service. 2. Sending and reading emails and email attachment. 3. Storing password with or without username. 4. Storing contact detail including names, address, phone numbers, email, and email address. The security of data needs to be considered for all types of remote, portable, or mobile storage and can include, but it's not limited to, USB stick or memory sticks, memory pens, USB flash drive, MP3 player, mobile phone, smartphone, external hard drive, CD disk, SD card disk, and similar, DVD disc, tapes, laptop, tables, PDA, home PC, and cloud service. If the data is not regarded as confidential and there will be no impact if lost, then optionally greater freedom is available and the data is not subject to the policy. However, common sense guess that some of the same principles should be adhered to. 1.1 is research data. It should be note that there are related considerations surrounding data management and security of research data. This may be a result of possible external pressure or stipulation, including the possible need to adhere to principles within iOS 27009, requirement for safe room, and in general the needs to comply with Research Council founding requirement for the security and protection of information utilized for specific research project. In such cases, an individual risk assessment should be undertaken. 1.2 BYOD. BYOD, or Bring Your Own Device, is a commonly used term for provision of service via personal device. There is support at Brickback with the EduRoam service for providing access to internal service. Such devices are treated as any other internet connect and managed device, and use should take the same precaution in protecting data. Number 2, the police. There are 3 principles. 1. Classify the data to determine whether it needs to be subject to additional control. 2. Consider whether the data needs to be portable. Number 3. Manage the risk of portable data. 2.1 Classifying the data. The data should be classified and consideration given to whether it needs to be subject to the policy. The most obvious reasons why data may need to be classified as confidential are: 1. Personal data, so subject to the Data Protection Act. Number 2, data which could cause reputational or financial damage to Brickback if lost. 2.2 Considering whether data needs to be portable. Best practice remind that data should normally be held on central server. Access to these servers at Brickback or via secure remote access method. Reduce risk and assist with the secure management of data. How to 1. Using the VID or virtual desktop interface at Brickback to access a Windows 7 desktop, Brickback application and file store. How to number 2. Using the Brickback VPN service and central file store to access file. Using the service above require access to the internet, which may not always be possible, particularly when traveling. Portable media or device should only be used where there is a clear and justifiable requirement to move data away from centrally managed server. 2.3 Managing the risk. If the data does need to be portable, the following recommendations apply. Number 1. Any portable device or media must be labeled with name and telephone number. Number 2. Serial number and description must be recorded. Number 3. Portable media or device must not contain the only copy of data. Backup should be subject to the same pre-count as primary data source. Number 4. Portable device should not be left untainted and logged in. Number 5. Device must be disposed of in such a way to remove data effectively. Number 6. All reasonable precautions should be taken to avoid the physical theft or loss of portable device. When traveling and not in use, the portable device should be stored securely out of sight. Number 7. Device in sleep mode should require authentication before access is permitted. Number 8. Data must not be stored on the mobile device for any longer than need. Number 9. Suitable password protected encryption should be used on USB memory case and others device. How to 3. Using an encrypt USB key. How to 4. Encrypting a laptop disk partition. How to 5. Using PGP to encrypt a file for sharing with others. How to 6. Using a personal device to synchronize email. Continue with password. 1. Encryption password must not be the same as the access to the device for other service. Number 2. Authentication must be required before access to service or data is permitted. Number 3. Password should be strong, consisting of minimum of 6 digits, which include the mixture of upper and lower case, letter, and at least one number. Number 4. Device must be configured to time out after a maximum of 15 minutes of inactivity and require authentication before access to service or data is permitted. Number 5. Password should be stored using suitable protection. How to 7. Storing the password required on Birkbeck BlackBerry device. Continue with applying to PC type device. 1. Laptop must be protected with antivirus software set to auto update. Number 2. For laptops and similar device, encryption must be installed or enabled on the device. Number 3. Strong password protection must be used to gain access to the device. Number 4. The laptop's operating system software must be kept up to date. Number 5. Removable media such as CD-ROMs, DVD, memory card, and USB flash drive should be removed when not in use. Number 6. Family members should not be given administrative access to the device holding Birkbeck data. And in general care should be taken with any access provided. Continue with applying to phone. 1. Ensure SIM and device password are set. Number 2. Configure and utilize a remote wipe facility for use even the device is lost. Number 3. Use the device built-in password protection and encryption. How to 8. Using remote wipe for Android and iOS. Continue with applying to cloud service. Number 1. Service with adequate security and encryption policy should be used for data subject to the policy. Data should be password protected and or encrypted separately to the service offering. Number 3. Data should be located within the European Economic Area. How to 9. Using a Birkbeck Gmail service to synchronize data. How to 10. Quiet to use cloud service. Continue with personal data protection policy. Number 1. Definition. With the content of the policy, the following terms shall have the meaning set forth below. 1. The nurse at the meaning of the owner of the website. Number 2. Data subject or neutral person, the meaning the owner of the personal data. Number 3. Data storage, which meaning any storage medium for personal data that is processed either wholly or partly by automatic means or otherwise by non-automatic means which form part of a filing system. Number 4. Website. The website located at the address of. Number 5. Data processor. The natural person or legal entity that is authorized to process the data on behalf of the data controller. Number 6. Data controller. The natural person or legal entity that determines the purpose and method of the processing the personal data and is responsible for establishing and operating a data recording system. Number 7. Law number 5651. Law on regulating broadcasting on the internet and fighting against crimes committed through internet browsing. 8. Number 8. Law No. 6698 or KVKK, law on the protection of personal data. Number 2, collection and processing of your personal data. 1. Processing of the personal data of website users, only visitor, Wi-Fi service user, and call center users. Processing of the personal data of website users. Users of the website may, for the purpose of giving feedback and making suggestions, fill the form at the contact by entering their personal data such as name and surname, email address, phone number, sex, birthday, address, message, sector, and subject matters. Users agree and accept that the personal data is required for the express purpose of addressing their feedback and suggestions, and that they share their personal data with the website of their own volition. 1.2 Processing of the personal data of Wi-Fi service users. Nurse add or process the mobile phone numbers and traffic information of visitor on its premises who wish to use the Wi-Fi service provider therein with the purpose of providing the aforementioned service and ensuring compliance with the law number 5651, its relevant secondary legislation. 1.3 Processing of the personal data of call center users. Personal data of users who contact the nurse call at is collected and kept by the call center contractor of nurse aid, which shares the same legal and technical responsibility with nurse aid with respect to data protection and security, and is subject to the same legislative provisions. Users who contact the call center are asked to provide their personal data in the form of name and surname, telephone number, and email address. This data is processed with the purpose of guiding the works and informing the process necessary to offer to you the company product and service, planning and executing the activities necessary for customizing and marketing the product and service in accordance with the purpose of guiding the work and informing the process necessary to offer to you the company product and service, planning and executing the activities necessary for customizing and marketing the products and service in accordance with your preference, usage, habits, and needs. Carrying out the company commercial activity and work process through the effort of the company relevant business units, planning the executing the company commercial and or business strategy, and manage the legal, strategic, and commercial risks that may face our company or relevant personnel with whom we work. The personal data you share with the call center are collected and kept by call center contractor to handle your requests, suggestion, and complaints, and inform you the result and to improve upon our relevant service and product offering. Number 2, in order to supervise and manage in product service at good supply process. 2.1 Personal data process in supply processes. Search at process the following personal data in the course of its supply process. Number 1, for natural person, suppliers, and or purchase, identify information such as name, surname, NTR, identification number, finance information such as bank account, contact information such as mailing address, email address and mobile phone number, and other specific personal information such as photograph or signature display on signature statement or circulars. Number 2, for the authorized officer of supplier and or purchase, identify information such as name, surrender, NTR identity number, special information such as photograph or signature display on signature statement or circular, and contact information such as mailing address, email address, and mobile phone number. Number 3, for the employees or of suppliers and or purchase, identify identity information as name, surname, NTR identity number, personal information such as social security statement and OHS certificates. Specific personal information such as medical report and criminal report, education professional experience information such as educational background and training certificate, and contact information such as mailing address, email address, and mobile phone number. 2.2 Purpose of processing the personal data in supply process. Fulfilling legislative obligations such as those arising out of the occupational health and safety law, social security law, labor law, Turkish commercial code, and tax procedure code. Monitoring and execution of contracts related to the supply of goods, products, or service. Ensure compliance with corporate rules. 2.3 Methods of collection and processing of personal data of supplier and or purchase. Number 1, supplier and purchase officer. Supplier or purchase employee or natural personal suppliers or purchase themselves. Number 2, documents as circulars or letter of any attorney. Number 3, communication channels such as email, phone, or website. Number 4, contract. Number 5, reference check form. Number 3, processing of personal data of visitor. 3.1 Process personal data of visitor to the nurse head office premises. Nurse head process the following types of personal data or specific personal data of natural person who visit its head office premise. Number 1, identify information. Number 2, the identity from the person whom the visitor is visiting. Number 3, time of entrance and exit. Number 4, model, make and license plate of the visitor vehicle. Number 5, visitor firm. Number 6, CCTV footage of the visit. Then utilizes CCTV system with cameras both inside and outside of the premises in order to ensure the security of the employees and visitor. Visitors are informed of the video surveillance upon their entrance to the building. 3.2 Process personal data of a restaurant guest. Nurse app process the following types of personal data or specific personal data of natural person who visit its restaurant. 1, identity information. 2, phone number. 3, payment information. Number 4, CCTV footage. Such a utilized CCTV system with cameras both inside and outside of the premise in order to ensure the security of the employees and visitor. Visitor and informed of the video surveillance upon their entrance to the building. 3.3 Purpose of processing the personal data of visitor. Number 1, ensure the safety and security. Number 2, collect personal information and identity document. Number 3, issues visitor pass and give visitor number. Number 4, record times of entrance and exit. Number 5, keep a fire collection report for visitor. Number 6, share the building internal and external layout. Number 7, plan and execute emergency management process. Number 7, perform security scan of visitor that entering the premises. Number 8, inform law enforcement of any criminal and unlawful act. Nurse at processing the personal data of each restaurant guest to 1. Confirm and plan reservation, draw up invoice, ensure safety and security of its premise. 3.3 Method of collection and processing. Identity information, CCTV footage, reservation request. 3.4 Security and sharing of personal data. Both the identity information and CCTV footage of visitor and are stored in secure system accessibility only to authorized personnel. Number 4, processing of personal data of social responsibility project. Point 1, Nurse Ed process the following type of personal data of project partners and individual. The activity 1, identity information, contact information, educational background, and financial background. Point 2, purpose of processing the personal data of social responsibility project and educational project. 1, increasing brand recognition, raising in awareness and create public benefit, planning the executing corporate communication activity. Event management, planning the executing social responsibility, planning and executing sponsorship, fulfilling the company legal obligation. Point 3, method of collection and processing of personal data of project partners. Is personal data is collected from the project partner, project participant, and educational activity participant themselves. Number 3, security of your personal data, transferring of personal data, and accessing your rights pertaining to your personal data. Nurse and has taken the following measure to ensure security of the personal data is processed and to prevent unlawful access and processing. Has encryption, access log, access registration, and physical security. Number 2, the website and all network that contain personal or data protected by firewall. Nurse keeps personal data it collects from online and on-premise visit in accordance with legislative requirement and may share such data with legally authorized public agency and officially upon formal request. Formal data of supply or purchase may also be shared with nurse companies, those holding and file affiliates and relevant public agency, depending on the goods, product, or service supply. With regard to personal data you share with us for the purpose and through the methods outlined here, and as per Article 11 of the Law number 6698, you are entitled to. I will show you the word. You can read from A to I. Number 4, accuracy and validity of the personal data. Individuals whose personal data we process accept and agree that the accuracy and validity of the personal data they submit to the website or obtain otherwise for contractual purpose are instrumental for their ability to access the right regarding to the personal data as per the VKK and other relevant legislation, and that they shall take full. Number 5, duration of keeping of personal data. Personal data college online visit it for a period of 2 years. CCTV footage of on-premises visit is kept for 90 days. Personal identity data is stored for a period of time as prescribed by the relevant legislation. Number 6, deletion, destruction, and anonymization of personal data. The process of purpose specified in the personal data protection policy should be anonymized and remain in use when the initial condition for processing of the personal data is no longer valid and the prospective legal period expire as per Article 138 of the Turkish Penal Code. Number 7, categorization of personal data. I show you the table for your read. Thank you for listening my discuss today. Thank you and have a nice day.